Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I think this is episode 3 of Factorio with yours truly, Inzainia. Big change if you haven't noticed. Pay attention here and look. You see that I've organized everything. I said that I wasn't going to try and worry too much about everything being neat and tidy. You can see where I destroyed everything that I had before. Or, well, I didn't destroy it, but I picked it all up. You can pick up all the pieces like I did here and move them and put them somewhere else, which is what I did. In fact, I got a little piece right there I need to go pick up. But that's what I did. I moved it all around, and I set it all up for expansion. The way that it was set up, I wasn't going to really be able to expand too much. I was going to start running into things. So what I've done is I've got my coal here. My coal's splitting out, doing the whole 25% going to the steam powers, 75% going for other stuff. And then I've got that running straight past my burners, my stone furnaces for my copper. And then I moved over to this iron mine because these two could go towards each other. And then I run up. And then I built the same factories. Everything's basically exactly the way that it was. It's just everything's moved. Like I moved my steam pumps and all that stuff over to this smaller thing in the middle of all this. So it'd be quicker and more condensed to get the electric lines to everything. The length of the electric lines in this game doesn't matter. You can have 1,000 yards and it'll still put the same power out as 3 yards away from it. So that doesn't matter. Then I rebuilt my gear factories. I've got them, or my gear assemblies, and I've got them going. And then I've got my red potion science pack thingies, making them. I actually built one more. I only had one before. Now I've got two. But I've got expansion room. If you look, I can put 2 more in there. And 4 is all that you'll ever need. So at least for them. These guys, you need to always make sure that you have more room because you will eventually need about 8 or 9 of these making this wire. But the problem with that then ends up being is that these will back up. You got 8 of them putting it out so fast that you'll end up needing more production furnaces making this stuff. And, it just, yeah, you'll see the bottlenecks that we'll run into. That's just the way the game works. You can then build stuff faster to get past them bottlenecks. Then we've got our 2 wired thingies making the wire, the copper wire. But if you notice how I've got everything split, everything's going to eventually drive straight up, and I will have all products eventually driving straight up with a 2 gap in between them. And the reason that there's a 2 gap in between them is for this specific purpose right here. Notice how I've taken these gears, I've put a splitter on there, and then I've run it under all of it and out. You can keep doing that. The reason you want 2 gaps in between them is so that you can take one of these underground things, put it here, and if you have to, come in there and then go back down again. So say this one went from here all the way to here. Then I could put another one on the inside. All right, we'll just pretend that that one ended there. And then we put another one there. See, I could put another one to go even further, and then put another one to go even further. And basically, when these lines get to be 6 or 8 or so of these lines with different fabricated products on them, I can then move lines through them to split lines to send other materials elsewhere. That's the whole purpose between the gap. Most people that you see online, they've got all their belts running together, and that's just very inefficient, and also it just makes it such a cluster that it aggravates me. So I keep a 2-line gap in between everything. This then makes it efficient. I can then move them off. I can split them. I can do anything that I need to do with these lines and still keep these lines going straight. Eventually, when I get my robots, I will put a inserter down here with a box once I get towards the end, and the inserter will be grabbing these, throwing them into a box, and then the robots will come, and you can set the boxes up on a logic system, and they will then come and get those out of that box and take them to a storage. You can set up storage crates, and they'll then take them to the storage crates that are on the same logic system. You have 3 logic systems: regular, which is nothing, and then you have red, and then you have green. I usually set up my green logic system first, and I use that for storage. Then I'll use a red logic system for something else. So long as the systems are not connected together, you can have multiple red logic systems. In other words, if I had a robot system that was set up for a red logic system that was, and it runs on, the logic cables run along the electric lines, by the way. You'll get to see all this eventually, but for discussion purposes, say the green logic system, these were these two factories and these two storage or something, two storage here, were part of a green logic system. The robots that are assigned to that logic system would then use the smart inserters wherever they're putting them and could use that stuff and put it in storage. And they would take the items from the green and put it into the green, that type of deal. If I had another one over here that was green and it was separate from this one, this logic system would run its own deal. So, I mean, you can have multiple systems. You're not stuck with just two, just a red and a green. You can have multiple greens and multiple reds is what I'm trying to get at. Anyhow, what did we do? I did do one thing on accident while I was waiting, and I researched shields, which lets me make iron armor. That's the only thing that I've done. I now need to go into, let's see, what do we want? Electronics. I don't need the smart inserters yet. Chemistry needs green. That adds lights. Let's research some lights. Because at nighttime it actually gets dark now. The game, it used to be all of these furnaces would light up, and why not? Oh, okay, I see we're backed up. Or no, I don't have enough belts. There we go. I just redid all this. I just did redo all this, so some of it might not be working proficiently, but I've set it up to where I can run multiples, and should be good. Alright, so we've got all of that. Now what do we need to get going now? I mean, the whole game is always just advancement. These assembling machines work so well, and then you can get to where, if you see that one crafts irons that require, or items that require up to 2 ingredients. You get up to 3, and then, you know, more. That shotgun or combo submachine gun thing also lets you make a shotgun, which is pretty good if things get up on top of you. I prefer to use the submachine gun though, because it seems to kill things a little bit faster. We need to start getting some defenses up. Maybe we could maybe put up some defensive sets, but I'm looking. Oh, we need to get production factories for these, the electronic circuits up too, which is iron plates and copper cable. Now we can, what we'll do, notice how I've left these two here. I can expand out. Same thing with the gears. If I ever need more gears, I can expand out and tie it into this line. All I'll then have to do is right here where it splits out, I'll make all of this go to the left, put 2 more over here, make them go to the right, and then I'll just move this, extend this over and then down. That way these are pushing them this way, these are pushing them that way, and then you'll have a full line again. It'll still get on both sides rather. So what we're going to do here is, let me hit that E again real quick. I need iron plates and copper cables. And then we'll make one for transit belts too if we got enough time. We got about 20 minutes. So, alright, so we need those guys and we need these guys. So let's see, iron plates and copper cables. But I need 3 copper cables. So this stuff right here, I'm probably going to end up having to make a couple more of these real quick. In fact, let's go ahead and do that, because I know that I'm going to need more than them.
Research complete.
I always do. Let's pick a new research. Bullet damage. That'll be a good one. We'll do more damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a couple of them real quick. So we need 2 factories. And do I have more blues? I've got 1. So we'll make 5 more of them. And I've got the power lines and everything else. I'm out of belts too. Okay. Iron gear wheels. Alright, let's go pick up some of this crap that was all over the ground, because I should have a bunch of iron and copper and all that stuff laying over here. We can come pick it up. Yeah, there's some gears. There's a little bit of iron stuff, or plates. I'm not worried about that. There's that. There's that. And I should have a bunch in here. Yeah, there we go. Grab some of this. Grab some of this. Them wires are always good to have. What that does is it makes making the other stuff faster. Can't this? Oh, I must have accidentally hit something. It makes it. Notice how it's starting to get darker. That's what I was getting at a minute ago, and I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, guys. I know this happens, but notice how this is only putting out a little bit of light. They used to put out a lot of light, but they really have cut it back and nerfed it back. Now they flicker and there's less light. These literally, having one or two of these open would have kept this whole area lit up before. So your lights are now more important. You can lay lights on the ground, which we just learned how to make them, and they're right there. So let's make about 15 lights. But the lights have to go next to a powered area, in a powered area, of course. And they light up a pretty big area, as you'll see here in just a second. As soon as, there we go. See, I'll put one right here. See, I light up a pretty good sized area. And then I'll put one here. We'll come down, we'll put one there. We'll put one there. We'll come on down here. We'll put one right there. I just want to get everything lit up pretty decent. I mean, it ain't got to be perfect, but preferably lit up enough to where I can see all of my stuff. All right, and then we'll put one down here. And then we will put one here. And then one here. And we will, oh, we got to go around. Now we'll walk back towards the coal factory. And we'll put one here. We got to put one over here too. There we go. And we'll put one right there. I know them are kind of, actually that one's pretty useless. But we'll put it right there, and that's a little better. All right, now we can see rather well, even at night. So we're good to go. Actually, I want to get one right over here next to this guy. There we go. All right, now we can see everything pretty good. We got a lot of light going down. We can see all of our stuff even at night while we're working. So let's get up here and get these two factories done. Did I make the two factories? Yeah, I did. So let's make two factories. And now it's just the only choice is which side you want it on. I've got a bunch of stuff on that side right there, so I'm going to come up a little bit and go off on the left. And here we go. So we'll just decide where we want the factories. They need to be a minimum of one away from the thing. So I tend to go just like this and like that. And then we'll put an electric pole right there, and right there. And then we can run the electric down. Like so. All right, and now we can use the inserters, get them all set up. So we got, what, 1 and 2, so that's going to mean it's got to go there, one of them. And what we'll do is we'll take this one down lower. Actually, that's going to be in the way. Well, we'll come out and then come up and then cut across. It's okay. We'll make it work. All right, so let's get a splitter. Get a splitter for this guy. Let's see. Actually, let's set all this other stuff up first. And then we'll go up. Why is it this cannot be built on this location? Why are you building it and still telling me that? That's kind of ridiculous. I think it just wants to beep. Please let me beep. Please let me beep. All right, and now we need the splitter for this, which that'd be a good place for it. And then we'll throw a belt there. And now we've got metal coming over to it. And that is something we needed, right? Wasn't it? Yep, iron plates and copper cables. Now what we can do... Oh, I just messed up. I need to come down one more. All right, so let's go like this. Isn't that right? Yeah. No. That's where I want one, and that's where I want the other. Like so. There we go. Now it's looking good. So let's get another one of these made, and this one will run from here all the way to there. And now all we need to do is set up a splitter for this one right there. and then put this little belt to turn it over that way, and ta-da! There we go. So now we need, let's see, because I'm going to have more than these, more than two. You know, I'm gonna have about 4, 5, or 6 of these eventually, so it don't matter. But what we can do is we can put that guy down there instead of right there. We'll pick this one up and make them look the same. We'll put them both on the ends like that. Alright, so now I need red ones. So we'll use a red one to put the other product, the iron in there. And then what we'll do is we'll output using these, and then we will come over, and then we'll come up like so with a 2 wide gap in between this. So let's make some more belts. There we go, there we go. Can't wait till I'm making these belts here pretty soon. There we go. And you just keep extending everything up as you go along as you need to. And then I'll take this and pick that up. Wait, that was the one that's not right. That one's right. Alright, so we'll go like so. Like so. Now that one needs to come over actually. That way it's putting it on the right deal. And I see that I'm messing up already. What I need to do is that and that. And then go like this. Like so. And then I need to take this and go backwards. Like so. Just like that. And then let's move this one over to here so that it matches that one. And now they're identical, and they're spitting them out. They'll be spitting them out the right way, and they'll go up to there. So let's see. We need to be making these guys. Oh wait, I messed up. See where I messed up? I've got iron bars coming in here, not iron wire. This is easily fixed though. So what I need to do is I need to take this splitter off here. And I need to fix that line before I forget. Alright, and I need to come off of this one to it, which is very easy to do. We just take and go like this. Whoops. Then we take the splitter, put the splitter there, and there we go. Now we've got it fixed. Now we just need to pick up all this shit. Oops, excuse me, this stuff. You got me saying curse words. Picking all that stuff up. We want to put down a couple lights. There we go. We'll put another one there. Now we got wire coming in and green thingies coming out. Outstanding. Why isn't this one working? Oh, I didn't set it, did I? There we go. Now it's kicking stuff in, kicking them out. Good to go. We got green little electrical, whatever the circuit boards. Yeah, electronic circuits coming out. And then what we need to do, if we need to, then we can extend this out more and have more of them being produced as we start needing more. But that will give us the ability to make these. So all we need now is to make one for a transport belt. And the transport belts require iron plates and iron gear wheels. So these two guys. So what we'll do is up here above this, a little bit further, notice how our factory is kind of extending in an upward motion. You don't have to do it quite as drastically as I am, but I'm giving them all plenty of girth, plenty of room. My last game, I did run into space issues and space problems with stuff, so this time I'm not going to. This time I'm going to use the map. I didn't set all of these at basically infinite amount, so I will use all of these up, these little deposits, and have to start going to other places, and I want to have to do that. I want to have to use a train system, a transit system, and all that other stuff. And in the last game I didn't have to, and it kind of got boring towards the end of it in the last one, because you just sat at the same place making the same things, and you know. Alright, so let's see, we need to make, what do we gotta make? What do we gotta make? Come on, tell me please. I can't remember. Oh, we're going to make a transit belt fab system. All right, so we need iron plates and iron gear wheels. So we're going to go up just a little bit further. Actually, we can go just a little bit further up. And let's see. We'll start setting this up. This can be the bottom of it. We'll do it this. Nah, let's do it 2 gap, just in case I ever need to go through it. And this will be the bottom. And I need about some of these. Actually, I might have some. I just didn't look. No, I don't have any good. So I'm not wasting anything. And we'll go to there. And then, actually, I need these gear wheels right here. So that's perfect. And then I need the iron to go up one more. So we'll go from there to there. And then, yes, let's make another splitter. And we'll take this splitter and we'll put it right there. And this is going to be a lot of gear wheels going to this. I'm not going to need this many. So fortunately, it'll stop production once it's full. So that's one good thing about it. Again, you will run into bottlenecks later and be searching, trying to figure out ways to make these more efficient by doubling them up, figuring out which ones need less. Like if this one needs a little bit of gears, but it's not producing a lot, you're not using a whole lot of belts. You know, if you're not using a lot of belts, then what you can do is you can, excuse me, you can double up these. That way only 25% is going there and the rest of them are still going the other way. But, you know, it also revolves around how many you have. And actually what I should have done is canceled all them and just done this. Grabbed a bunch of these gears. Now it'll just spit them out real fast. Look at that, just them. It don't have to make the gears. This is why making these production facilities is so beneficial. Let's see. All right. So we needed metal gears and that for the belts. So we're of course going to need another one of them. And how many of these do I have? 2. I'll make 5 more of them. Just like there, it's making those circuit boards. Had I just picked up some of these circuit boards, it would have instantly made these guys. So I mean, it's all about making sure you always want to grab the latest in the materials wise that you have. All right, let's see factories. I need 2 of them. I'm only going to do 2 right this moment. Let's grab some of these so that I've got them on me and they'll keep making them. There we go. Factory, or no, not a well, not a miner. Where's the factory go? Where'd my oh no, there they are. Okay, did I make the wrong thing? Good golly. And there, I always do them split up like that. And the main purpose is so that they line up better. They just, for these little, you get better electric poles that do a larger area. When you get them, you can build these 2 together and then put one on the side and one on the other side, and then build 2 more, put another one on the other side. But until then, it's better to use these smaller electric lines like this. Even though, as you see, they overlap each other. Like, see how there's one little overlapping gap right there and right there? There's one overlap, so it's not as efficient as it could be. It's still better to do so, because this way you get all of your stuff and it looks neater. Like I said, I'll remove all these and move them closer and stuff later when I get the better electric poles. But until then, you just gotta kind of make do with what you got. All right, and we'll put one of those there and one of those. I gotta get closer there, and this won't matter. So we'll extend this out a little bit. There we go. And this is not tied into the main electric system, is why I'm getting that. Now what I have a tendency to do is go like so and keep my main electric set up in one straight line coming down through it all, just like I'll do here. I'll keep another one coming up, and then if I have to make another one eventually, I will. But this is just for tidiness. All right, so that's good. That's good. We need some of these guys spinning it out, and we'll spit them out like so. And then we need belts to run that final product over. And we will do this like so. And then we will do this and 1, 2. So go up from here. And there we go, and we'll come over here, go up from there, and then we'll come over here and go up some. You use a lot of belts in this game, so get ready to make a bunch of them. And we want this guy to actually make those belts. There we go. And they'll start spitting them out for us, and we just stand over here and grab them, holding F, and you can actually stand off to the edge like that, and you can just pick them up as they come through. And we'll just let it keep making them for us. And that should be enough for right now. We'll run these other lines up. And then we'll run these lines up. Alright. And now remember also that at any time, actually we need a couple lights, you can take and move out further. I know that I'm only going to want about 7 or 8 of these, so out to about here. If I needed to keep this area tidy, I could come under and come out further and start building more different things over here in this area. And vice versa for over here. Now I already know, as you see, I've got my double line started right here. All of these guys are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right here next to my power, because all of this is going to be super protected. So they'll all be right here, and all I'll need is enough gap in between here for a blue and a red inserter, and then I can put another one, and then a blue and a red inserter, and then another one, a blue and a red inserter. And I will eventually, as you can see, I've got them set up on multiple lines. I will eventually run these so that my green line will come down, come under this, and then dump into this line, and then the green will be on one side and the red will be on a different side. That's how I do it. Had I thought about it, I would have went this way and then come back around and down, and that would have put my red on the left side, and then it would have went red, green, blue, purple. But I didn't, and I don't want to pick all them up. Or well, I can do that. This is pretty easy to fix too. So basically what you do is you go right there, grab this guy like so, and we need more of them belts, and we need to turn this around all the way. All of it gets turned around, and then you go up, if I can get a little bit closer, and then you go back. And as you'll see, what that'll end up doing after I pick all these guys up is that'll end up putting it all on the right side. It'll be all on the inside, the first side, because they're putting it on the far side, and then it rotates and turns it around. So now what I can do is I can bring my green ones down anywhere and just dump them into this on this side, or on the top side here, or on this side, and it will put them on the right side. So that's just going to be a lot neater, a lot more efficient. Or well, just for me, OCD type deal. My red ones, the first kind you can make will be first. The second kind, which are green, they'll be second. Then the blues, then the purples. They'll all dump in there. And the other lines will get longer and longer and longer, because the let's see, to make the green, the green is electric circuits and transport belts. Well, guess what? I got both of them right here. So what I can do is I can take, and I'll put a factory right here, and I'll start making these, turning these into the green ones, and then I'll run it through all of this, then down, and tie it into that. And that's what we'll do in the next episode, because we're just about out of time. But yeah, that's what we'll do in the next episode, is we'll get the green ones produced, now that we got the belts and all this other stuff. And that's how you do it. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's all about making all of this stuff with machines, and then once you get them going, advancing it, making them more efficient, making them faster. Right now my electric system is okay with 3, but I'm pretty soon get a few more dozen of these in, if a dozen or so more of these factories and stuff going, and I'm going to need more power. And at that point I'll come back over and put some more steam engines on there, maybe expand this a little bit to keep my stuff going. This is very tiny. This is like 1/100th of the size of what your final thing will end up being. So it's lots of building. Now it's all tidy and neat though, and it looks good. Everything, it looks professional. And that's what you guys deserve to see. So we're doing that now. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you learned a little bit maybe. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a great day.